Hello, hello. Happy Friday.
Hey, how are you, Miss Latrice?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Awesome. Long
Wonderful.
day.
Wonderful.
Ah, feels good to kick back and be in a position where we can reconnect with our viewers. I kind of miss y'all. I missed y'all all
Yes.
week. I
Yes. Love
missed
our show.
y'all. Yeah, Latrice and I, we're on the phone all day and almost all we will not listen and all night if we would let ourselves, but
Yes.
we have a lot to chop it up and that's what we do. So by the time we do get to sit down, it's right before you guys. And so I appreciate the opportunity to host and with Latrice right alongside me. We're not only business partners, but we're sisters in Christ. We are Christians. And so
Yeah.
we come to you from a spiritual and practical way. And our goal on our talk show is to reach viewers who are struggling during different stages of their lives. And
Mhm.
so we invite guests on to share their struggles and talk about times during different stages of their lives that they had to learn, or if they are learning how to get through the struggle. So our desires is that you learn the skills and based on the experience you have, to make better choices and decisions, and kind of help you navigate through some of the struggle. Yeah,
Yeah. And it's
yeah,
always good to be a part of. It's always good to hear that other people are going through the same things that you are going through, or something
yeah,
that you've been through, they're coming out of or going
yeah,
into. So it's always good to be able to know that you're not alone, and there
yeah,
are people out here with the same type of problems, issues, and
yeah.
things like that. So,
Yeah, and we're so happy that we're being used in this manner to reach as many as will tune into the live. So if you have been following us and you are interested in being a guest, we welcome you. Just let us know, hey, listen, I have a story to tell, and I believe that someone will benefit from it.
yeah.
Please put me on the schedule to come on. We will reach out to you and schedule a pre interview with you. And then, if all goes well within a pre interview, we will bring you on to the show. And we look forward to that because we know someone is going to get fed, right? We have plenty of stories to tell. I can't speak for the Latrice, but I have a lot of stuff to share,
Yes.
that will help you overcome a lot of the different barriers that you may
Hmm.
be facing. I think here come Pastor. Hey. Oh, it's still going. I'm watching it. Oh, you know what, honey? I'm sorry, Pastor Chris. He's watching on Facebook, and he.
Hi, Pastor Chris.
How you doing? Who's that
I'm
speaking?
That's the trees.
Hey, Latrice.
hi.
So
How you doing?
sometimes when we cast, it'll send two videos to Facebook, and so we deleted one of them, and that's probably the one that you were watching. So if you've seen two videos on the page, we made corrections to one of them and deleted the other one. So hopefully, like
Yeah.
Pastor, somebody will inquire if they need help to figure out how to get
Yeah,
back.
it's still up here because I'm watching it. It's
Oh,
Yeah,
working
I got you now.
yeah, he
great.
got it. So if you see two videos, yeah, he
Nice.
got it. Okay, so can you cut the volume down, please? We're talking about. He said, "What are you talking?" We're talking about finances and wealth. That's the domain tonight, and so we wanted to reach out to others who are struggling during this season. We are about to be faced with a lot of stuff, as you all know. We are at war. Okay, all right. You can come and sit if you want. He is so silly. He need to
Pastor Chris, does he want to say anything
Pastor,
to
you
share
want to say
to
anything?
our guests?
Pastor Chris is sleepy. He is sleeping. I hate when he like that. He just would like to run around like, "Ugh, good,
Well,
good, 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 good."
I
Look,
encourage you,
look,
Sister Latrice.
look.
Let you know
Hi.
that I love you and everything, and
Oh,
thank
love
you
you
for supporting my
too.
wife. Thank you for supporting my wife, and thanks for the
Yeah.
connection with you and her.
Oh, thank you. I
All good.
appreciate. can tell she's having
Going to
God
do what
sent.
y'all doing. God's ministry, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah.
Go get you some sleep.
Yeah, all right.
He's like,
I'll be
go
preaching
to
Sunday.
sleep. Oh, he said he's gonna be preaching. For those that know Pastor Chris, he's gonna be preaching. Finally, he got a weekend off, so he's gonna be at the church supporting
Oh,
me and all
awesome.
that good stuff, and me supporting him. So, amen to that.
Amen.
I was honored to have him come down here because normally you find him upstairs in the guest room sleep while we run around the house being busy. So for him to peep out is always an honor to see his face. He's a hardworking man for his family, and you can't knock him for that, right?
Yeah,
All right. So
exactly.
yeah, so as we were saying, that's what we do. We like helping people. If you want to be a part of the show, reach out to us. But we're going to be talking about finances and wealth. We have 6 different domains in which we have dialogue with. And so hopefully tonight, you want to stay tuned in tonight. You may not have any issues financially or you're not looking to build wealth. We're just talking about real life situation and what's going on in the media, what we're hearing in the media today, and how we can be affected in a whole lot of areas. And we're
Yeah,
going to focus in on some areas that you can, um, you know, probably use some help in. And we have help for you. So we're going to have a good discussion tonight. I was hoping that our co-host, we do have a male co-host, believe it or not. And so he's busy with a lot of different things, and hopefully he'll pop on sometime tonight and kind of weigh in on some of the things that we'll be discussing. There is also going to be a Zoom that's going to follow our show tonight. We're going to
yes.
open the doors for whomever wants to come in and have a seat and just watch some videos that we're going to show to help whomever may be interested in different ways that they can improve their life, right? We have some videos for you guys to watch on our Zoom after this. Latrice is going to
And
go
I
ahead
just
and,
added, I
yeah,
just added it into our chat too, just so everyone knows to click on the link when we're done if they're interested in coming over.
awesome. So you can just go right to the page, click the link, and you're there. Okay. If you have any problems, just inbox me right away on Facebook, and then we will get you to the Zoom. We have some very valuable information for you tonight. Latrice is going to go ahead and read our disclosure. Are you going to go ahead and do that, Latrice?
Yes,
Okay. And
yes.
then we'll go ahead and on with the discussion.
Okay, so our disclaimer is please be advised that the views and opinions of our guests and our state may not reflect ours. We are not offering counseling or any advice that falls within the scope of our licensure governed by the state in which we reside. All advice is given under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit who governs our right to counsel. The counsel and information are solely the views of the contributors of the show. Our feedback, opinions, and expressions are based on our personal backgrounds and Christian beliefs.
And amen to that. So,
Amen.
amen. And the reason why we read that disclaimer is because we hold master's degrees, and I am a licensed counselor in the state of Ohio. So we just want to make sure that you understand that in no way are we offering counseling,
Yes.
that will contradict our state laws and how we should govern, um, you know, those professional credentials. So, God bless you. Let's get into the show. Um,
Yeah.
if you want to talk a little bit, Latrice, go ahead because I will talk all through the show.
Oh, well, I just want to say too that we are just touching all of these topics on the surface. We are by any means no financial counselor, financial wealth counselor. We're not, we don't have all that the credentials to be trying to teach anything about finances. So anything that we talk about is basically just surface things that we are also are involved in that may can help you. And so we just wanted to put that out there just so you know. Everything that we're speaking about tonight is just things that we have encountered or been through personally ourselves.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So, one of the things that I do want to mention, because I know there are a lot of people that have, student debt, you know, A lot of people that have been in school and has debt and are unable to pay the debt, or they're delinquent in their student loan and debt. So there is something that we have pertaining to that that can certainly help someone who is looking to help um, to help them when it comes to having lower monthly payments on their student loans. And depending on the individual and what state they're in, they may even be eligible for loan forgiveness. There's no minimum credit score, no employment requirements, and it's a great tool for people to be able to use if they're having difficulty managing their student loans.
So with
So,
that, if I just want to stop you for a little bit, Latrice,
okay,
I would like to see, and we both would like to see. People are sometimes so skeptical when you try to suggest things or give them direction. I like to
yes,
be real, and and we both do,
mm-hmm,
and we have real stories to tell, right?
yes,
And so
yes.
I would like to tell a story. Is that okay, Latrice? Before we
That
get
is
into all that
awesome.
good
Yes,
stuff?
yes, yes, because that would definitely fit into what we're trying to do tonight.
Absolutely. I was a single mother before, and as a single mom, I struggled, right? Because I didn't have the help of their fathers to the extent where we was suffice in our, as far as how we were living. And so I decided to go back to school. I took, I'm telling you, all advantage of every grant that was allowed it to me. I took advantage of every grant. I've been in so many um, schools and received so many certificates and things that it's ridiculous. I am about $130,000 in student loan debt. I have about that much, all the way
Hmm.
to the master's degree, to the point where I used up so much money by the time I got to the point where I wanted to work on my PhD. I didn't have the money. And when they actually looked at my credit, they said, "I'm sorry, we can't." So I had to stop. Had I not been cut off, I would have kept going, right? I have not been able to find a job that I can write a check and say, pay this off. And a lot of you have experienced that, right? So what
Hmm.
happens? Those student loans end up going to your credit report. And a lot of times they prevent you from borrowing money and things like that. There are so many programs that um, are offered that will help you to make payment arrangements right on so that you can and sometimes those payments are really high. And if
Yes.
you haven't landed that job, it can be difficult trying to pay student loans off
Hmm.
and manage a home if you're not earning the money, though you have a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, what, associate's degree. I got them all the
Yeah.
licenses you can get, all the certificates you can have, and you're still earning under what, 20, $30 an hour. With those bills, with those student loans being so high, again, it can cause devastation. We have, and like Latrice was saying, we thank God because here lately, and that's one of the reasons why we entered into business together, we have been blessed with information that can
Yes.
help people's student loans be removed from their credit report. And that's the God's
Hmm.
honest truth. And so when I heard that, I thought, oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm hoping that we can find and we have a way to get doctors' bills and all kind of derogatory things off of your credit report, right? So, but I wanted y'all to know that these are real life issues that people are really facing, with trying to get what they want, right? And not being able to get it because of credit report. So, that's just one of the things, that we wanted to talk about today because people's finances does not stretch long enough to put, that some people work hard, honey, and they are so thankful that they got that money back, and they will work to nosebleed hours and days to pay off that student loan. And I've ran
Mhm.
into quite a few of them, Latrice, and I was always just so intrigued that they, had that kind of drive to pay that money back. I looked at them and I looked at my situation, like with 3 kids. I wish I can just work to pay that. I need every dime I can get to maintain my home. And so,
Yes.
when we were offered to start our own franchise and and be in a position where we can go and help people like us, I was just like, oh my God, oh my God. I wish I could have been. I wish I'd have knew that a long time ago. I wish I'd have knew that a long time ago. So there's a lot of things on my credit report that I would love that they're working on, the business that we are entered in. They're working right now as we speak to clear up my R. They just sent me an email the other day like, did you get the letters? Have you sent the letters out yet?
Mhm.
Have you look at these things, these debt things. This is what we're going to do that. Look at, here's the student loans, and this is what I mean. What we have tapped into have
Yeah.
been like God's hand in our business to say,
Mhm.
go ahead and just fix this up. I have people, and the scripture says, the Lord says, I have people in every city. And I take that to believe, he don't care where you are. If you put a little work with the faith
Mhm.
that you have, mountains can move. He can do the
Amen.
impossible. And
Yes.
so I'm not in a position right now, Latrice, where I feel like I need anything. We've been blessed to have a home, where we're comfortable, and we drive
Mhm.
not Lamborghinis and Mercedes and all of that. I got a Nissan 2022 Nissan Maxim outside. I mean a Nissan Row. I'm sorry. That I drive. Pastor drives I don't know, what is it, um, I don't know. I can't even think right now. But he drives something. Mine's is newer than his. What is the car he drives? Lord, he'll pop up if he looking and he'll tell me. But we don't drive very expensive cars, and so, but we're okay with that today. I would have loved to have something more dependable when I was single and raising my children, but I
Yes.
couldn't. I couldn't because I just didn't have the money and stuff to do that. So we're comfortable now, and
Yeah.
so there's no big rush to fix these things that we have the ability to fix now, Latrice. But it's
Mhm.
just nice knowing that because of who we are.
2016 CX5 miles.
What did he say? 26
2016 CX5 Mazda.
Yeah.
CS5
26.
Mazda. Okay.
Right. That's what he drives. And I drive, like I said, a
Mazdas are
Nissan
nice
Rogue.
cars, actually.
Yeah. Oh God, we love our cars. And
Yes.
we thank God for those cars because at the time when we were blessed to have them, we were doing a lot of traveling up and down the highways, going to prisons,
Mhm.
ministering the gospel. So I cried. I wanted a big Cadillac truck when we went to go get that. The one I had a
Yeah.
car before the one I have now. It's blessed. Mighty, I mean, just a lovely man helped me
I
to get
love
what I'm
those.
in the house that we live in. He was just awesome. He seen us and he just wanted to bless me. He wanted to bless me. He told
Blessing.
Pastor Chris, he said, "What I'm doing for Chantel, this is for Chantel." You Pastor Chris said, "All right." So, but we were so thankful.
Right.
I wanted a Cadillac truck. I seen that big.
I love those.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I wanted one.
I love
And it
the
was so
old ones.
long. It was,
Yes.
seat a bunch of folk, and we were about,
Yes.
getting folk to the church. And I'm like, I want that. I had a whole tantrum on the car lot because I said, my God, on everything. I was like a big old baby. Pastor Chris looking at me like, oh my God. And I'm like, he owned everything out here. Whatever I
Yes.
want, I should be able to get. They pulled up the car before I got the row. It was a Ford Fusion, and it was like a 2019, I don't know, but it was a Ford Fusion, and it was gray. And you looking at a big old Cadillac truck, and you want that big old truck, and they pull up with a small
Right.
Ford Fusion.
Right.
I had a whole tantrum, like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me!" Chris was like, "It's
Right.
nice. It's nice. Only got 5 miles on it, or whatever it was." I said, "I don't care." I had a tantrum.
Right.
And I thank
Mhm.
God though we find, I didn't qualify for nothing else. So we had rolled on off with the future.
Mhm.
We rolled on with an extra high interest rate. It was like, oh
Right.
God, they bust heads. But they
Yes.
see us coming all the time. And if we don't have good financial plans, we can always end up being desperate and end up in something that's really gonna be taxing us. It'll take an extra 2 years just to pay off the interest on the vehicle. But we didn't care. No down payment,
Right.
whatever. We got it
Right.
and roll off. But saying all that to say,
Expedition.
an expedition.
Yeah.
Is that what he was?
No, he said it wasn't a Cadillac truck that I wanted. It was an
Oh, it's
expedition.
an
I
expedition.
thought it was
Okay.
a Cadillac. Yes, it was. It was a brand new one. Was it a brand new one? Chris, you might
He's
as well
like,
just come on and get on the show. He's like, it was an expedition. Close the door. So, okay. He's still talking. He's sleepy. I bet when he come home and he's sleepy, he just. It was a brand new. What is you talking about? It was brand new. Go on to bed. Don't tell my story. You gonna come down here and sit with me? Don't come back down here. That's
oh,
where Chris. So, but anyway, I wanted the truck. He said it was expedition. He said it wasn't brand new, but to me, I thought it was a brand new truck. It's beautiful, right? Black,
okay.
big with rims and silver everywhere. So I wanted it.
Okay.
And so, I wasn't able to get it. Long story short, we were able to get that. We drove off and we was just thankful later on down the line because we didn't know that God's plan was for us to spend a lot of time up and down the highway, going to different
Mhm.
prisons in Ohio and ministering and encouraging brothers and sisters that had been through the struggle, was in the struggle and had to leave prison going, entering into struggles, right? And so with the heart of God, we just kind of moved through the cities and stuff here. And um, thank God, it's important to have. If you're Christian, I'm just talking to the Christians, and you got to have you got to have faith in God. And if you
Yes.
have that faith, He will give you whatever you want. It doesn't matter what your credit score looks like, because mine was not good, and Chris was barely making
Mhm.
up. He had no credit, and
We
mine
all
was
been
like
there.
500s or something. And but God was with us. He moved with us mightily, and everybody that knows us knows, and they saw everything. They just saw God just bless us over and over and over again, and the wealth is just we don't have anything, but we tapped into the Lord's riches, and so all we have to do is stand there, and whatever we want, He's just going to give it to us.
He's gonna provide.
Because of
Yes.
because our faithfulness. And so that's one way to earn wealth, right?
Mhm.
Having trust in God and knowing that He is. But for those that don't believe or just want something right away and you haven't heard from God yet, start with looking at your credit, because we know everywhere we went, it was the credit, it was credit, it was credit. They were looking closely on
Yes.
credit. And so
Yeah.
I wish I knew what I know now. When I was
Mhm.
raised, way before I met Pastor Chris, but when I was raising small children, I would have worked hard to
Mhm.
make sure my credit score was at a certain level, because I could have gotten anything I wanted at that
Mhm.
point. I wasn't in
Mhm.
church or anything raising the kids. So it's very important for us to look at, how we can go for like what we're doing now, just following our lead. You can go from what 500 credit score to 700
Seven,
credit score
seven,
within.
800s. Yeah.
Right, like, just within a couple of
Mhm.
months, and so whatever vehicle you need, whatever, you might want a nicer home to live in a nicer area. If you're living in an area where you're ready to get out of, like I was, got tired of
Yes.
I went outside and that Ford Fusion was stolen, honey. I cried like it was that expedition. I was crying. They done stole my car. I said, "Get me away from here." They stole my car. I'm always crying to God, right? So he ended up blessing me with that Nissan Row, and now all I gotta do is push the button, is remote control start.
Yes.
The APR is like was I think it was like 6 or something. So it was amazing. It was all God. My credit was
Mhm.
jacked up. It was
Mhm.
low. But the Lord sent a man of God that blessed me. He saw me. He heard me crying. He said, "Go take care of my baby and whatever she wants." So he blessed Chris and
Oh, I
I.
messed up.
He blessed Chris and I.
Messed up, Shantae.
What are you saying?
Messed up. You did have full
He
fusion.
wants to be on the show, I
Why
think.
do you keep interrupting my
I
show?
was thinking. I was thinking.
Come on and sit
I'm
down.
sorry. I was
No,
thinking about
you
the
gonna
full
come on
fusion.
and sit down.
I was thinking about that full fusion.
Come on, Pastor Chris.
Come on. You better not.
Yes. We
I
need to,
remember,
Wait a
yes.
minute. No, hold on.
sorry.
Get up.
I remember that full fusion. Yeah, she did have a full fusion. Got stolen.
Wait,
Oh
wait,
no.
wait, wait. Oh my God. You are tripping.
Yeah, it was a full
He's
fusion.
sleepy.
Yeah, a great full fusion.
You is sleepy.
A,
Come on up here.
a
Jesus
great Ford
Christ.
Fusion.
Yeah, Floral Fusion. Yep.
I hope you feel
Okay.
this hard.
2015. Yep, I remember.
2015. Okay.
Get
Yeah,
hard.
I've had,
Scoot, can you help me?
hold
He
on.
like, come on.
You
You
all right?
don't feel like you got me
I got
though. Boy, if we both fall on things.
you. Yeah, man.
Well, you better hold
Come on,
all
Chris.
this,
Uh,
but you want to
Be
get down here.
comfortable.
Yeah, 2015.
2015.
Floral Fusion.
Yeah,
I
they
just
so
want to I just want to elaborate on Chantel's story because, honey, ain't nothing like having a repo, somebody repo your
I
car
already know that.
and your credit jack from a bankruptcy, and then you go out and get a car with no money down. Now that's God.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is God,
That's what we
and
do.
that happened to me a couple years ago. And the great thing about that is that I pay my payments. I had, because you went. That was because I went through a divorce, and people that typically sometimes you have to go through things like that,
Yeah.
situations like that when you're
Mhm.
going through a divorce. So that was something that I had went through that caused me to file a bankruptcy, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise
Yeah.
because now my credit is right where it needs to be, and
Yeah.
2 years later I go out and buy 2021, so
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
car is only 9 months old.
Yeah.
So things happen for a reason. I
Absolutely.
mean, it was crazy to wake up about crying, about ready to fall out because my
Yeah.
car got driven
Repo.
out the way, and then I go and thank God, they let me have a car with no money down, and it was a 2000. It was a brand new car, but it was a little
Yeah.
Chevy. It was a Chevy Trax.
Still.
So
I know.
those cars, they're smaller, but they don't. I think this didn't have, but maybe 30, 50. It wouldn't have had a lot of miles on it, but it got me right together.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
things, I'm sure there's a lot of people that's viewing our show today that's been through something similar to that or had problems going out, even just buying a vehicle
Yeah.
because of their
Yeah.
credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, going back to, where we were living, he here moaning like, yeah, you want some of this? You better go on, then. You better go ahead on, because I will break you off something.
Oh, Lord.
See, Chuck, I know how to get rid of him, right?
Right.
He said, "Hey." So, but yeah, and thinking back, like I said, where we were, they stole my car. I cried out to God, and I said,
Yes.
I'm scared now because I don't want to come outside. If they was watching me, warm up my car and run back in the house, what else am I going to walk out to? Who's watching?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I told Chris, I said, I want to move. I want to go. I want to go. I don't trust it. Y'all got my grandbabies every morning going to work and people watching me like that. So God bless us and we move. So a lot of times people want to move and you want to move in nice areas. Like we were in the hood, and we loved it. We wouldn't have a problem being in the hood up until that happened. And so we made a decision that we were going to move and we were just waiting to see if we can, buy a home and stuff. And then we were blessed. We were
Yeah.
absolutely blessed. I met someone that where I worked and I was doing some case management work and I looked out for his people and he said, I want to look out for you since you and your husband's looking for a house. I want to bless you. And so
Mm-hmm.
we end up in this situation. So God is good. And the good part is we were on our way. We had to do a few more things on our credit
Yeah.
before we can just go the way that we were going. It would have been a brand new house built from the ground up, brand new. And so, and it was only a few things we needed to do to fix our credit. And so we were aiming to do that, before this came along. And so I say that to say, if someone has made a decision, Latrice, that they want to get out their situation, or they might want to just get another home because where they are is too small. Now
Mhm.
they're having grandchildren and everybody's all hanging out, or a good thing would
Bishop
be
is on.
is on. Come on, Bishop. I'm gonna send you a link. I'm
Bishop.
about to send him a link. He may not be on long, but yeah,
That's
you might want to buy a home. So it's a good thing to um, work on fixing your credit, because in
yes.
doing that, and then I again going back to what Latrice and I are doing, our business. Um, um, we are helping people now to build.
It says I'm already in the back part from the link. I'm not sure what that means.
Me neither. Hold on, you guys. We're trying to let one of the co-hosts in. But yeah, we are in the process, in a position. Praise God, we're in a position right now where we can help people. They don't have to wait like a year or longer to fix their credit. They can fix their credit and whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know what he meant. He said he's already in the back part of he's coming in later.
Okay.
I think that's what he meant. Like in the Zoom part. I think that's what he was meaning.
So so for whoever wants to, I just sent him the link. So
Okay.
whenever he comes in, if he do or don't, but so whoever's looking to build their credit, they want to move out of where they're living, they're looking for something nicer. Listen, okay. Oh, I got it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so he had clicked the link from the previous one and couldn't get in. Oh, he said
Um,
he's in the back. Let me hold on. He might be.
is
Oh no,
he?
no, he's not. But anyway, I don't want to be distracted from what I'm trying to share with others. We're going to be after this show. We got a link. There he goes. After this show, we have a Zoom we have a
Hi.
Bishop. Can you?
Uh,
Okay. I'm sorry. With the background noise. What is that echoing?
better.
Yes, I think he has to turn it down. I don't
Are,
know.
are you on the phone or something?
Yeah, I'm doing it from my phone.
No. Is there like something echoing?
No, I don't think so. Why is it echoing?
Yeah.
I think it went away. No, it's still there. Maybe he'll come back in.
Yeah, let me try going out and coming back in. What happened?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay. Ooh, that's one thing about being an apostle, honey. You want things done in order, and if it's not, it just vexes your spirit. Good Lord. Want to send rebukes. But yeah, this is the man that's coming on right now. But yeah, if you're looking to own your own home and all that good stuff, most definitely, if you want to, uh,
What it sound like?
okay,
That's better. No.
Okay.
okay. So yeah, if that's, I'll just mute you for a second. If I see your lips moving, I'll put you in.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, if you're looking to get out of your situation, you want to do something different, you want to build your credit, you have student loans, on that's been a hindrance, doctor's bills, any kind of derogatory stuff. I had to learn. I did not know that, like, there's a lot of stuff like on your credit report that it shouldn't be there. The credit report agencies, they are not government entities. They have no rights under certain law, to have your stuff. on the credit, the three major credit reporting agencies, they have no right to have your stuff on their derogatory marks and other things. So you can challenge that, and we have a way now. We've been trained and going through training to learn how to let people know, listen, you don't have to have those things on your credit report. Those things have hindered you. People look at that, and it
Mhm.
paints a picture of you that says you're not credit worthy. And so
Right.
we work to get, we have information that we would love to share with you to show you how exactly how it works. I promise you, y'all, the information that we have in the what we're doing now is just God sent. And um, just knowing that we're living in a time right now. Let me switch a little bit. We're living in a time right now where major changes are about to take place.
Yes.
I remember when COVID hit,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know what was going on. People was falling dead all around me. And I was working. The people at where I worked were afraid, right? They were afraid. They didn't know if they were going to live or die. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know if they should come to work every day or stay home and try to weigh it out. The ones that can use all their sick time, use their sick time. They use whatever time they can get to not be at work. Companies were offering time off for certain parts of time.
Mm-hmm.
Letting people work from home and deciding who could stay and who would be what they called it essential. They were talking about who
Right.
would be considered essential and who wouldn't, who would get that monies, and it
Mm-hmm.
was so much going on. It was devastating
Yeah.
and still is devastating, right? So I'm so thankful that what we've learned here lately. If things went down right now, my job decides, listen, we're not bringing in enough revenue, whatever, we have to shut down. I can go home. Bye bye. I have something in place now where that I can work that's gonna bring me money. It's gonna bring me money like this. It's gonna bring me money. It's just gonna take me invested. Well, I had to invest in myself first, right? Because that when I heard it was gonna take a little money to make stacks of money,
Mm-hmm.
stacks. First thing I thought was, oh, that's a scam. I ain't got time for that. Honey, we hear so many scams. You got the people putting their money in the what they call it, Bitcom and all of that, trying to put their money in there
Bitcoin.
because they see
Yeah.
everything's about to fall and they want to put the
Mm-hmm.
digital money because the currency money. But you hear all kind of stuff, so they all in your inbox trying to get you to do that. You got scammers coming left and right. So when I hear this man of God that's on with us now, really, he shared what he was doing and how it could be a blessing. The Lord said, don't wait, do it now. And I move quickly. So I'm glad that I
Yes.
did, because when I did that, it opened up a box like of treasures.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I promise
Yes.
you, a box opened a treasure, and I just start
Mm-hmm.
paying it forward because I wanted everybody to eat, everybody
Yes.
to eat. And so I start paying it forward, and now I'm seeing the fruit of that labor. And what oh my God, it is amazing. So I want to be, Latrice and we are in a position now where we can help people for real, for real, for
Yes.
real, for real. And so the ones that are struggling and can't do no better because of their credit is jacked up, ones who are looking to, like I know, like when I was younger, that someone told me, when I asked, how do you build your credit? What did you, and I never forget this. I was working for U-Haul, and this white woman came in U-Haul, and I'm not prejudiced. I love all people. Let me tell you this. This white woman
Oh,
came
me.
in U-Haul, and she was draped with gold, beautiful skin. You could tell she tanned and all that good stuff, right? She come into U-Haul and she says, just a minute, Bishop. She says, she was beautiful, this white woman. And I said, I was a general manager at the time, and she was going through and she's looking for boxes, going through boxes and finding boxes. And I said, you are so beautiful. If you don't mind, how old are you? She was an older lady, about early 80s. So she looked real
Mm-hmm.
healthy. And she said, I said, you are so beautiful. She said, she leaned to the counter and she said, thank you, honey. And she said, I'm moving. I'm selling my condo and I'm moving to California because I don't need all of that room. So I'm going to go to California. So she was leaning in, talking to me over the counter. And I said, "You are so beautiful." And she said, I said, "Look at those diamonds." Because I was just intrigued by her because I never seen somebody had so much riches close up. It was like
Right.
glowing, like what the heck? So, and she just had diamonds just draping, and I
Hmm.
always like rings. I love rings,
Right.
and so she started messing with her rings. I guess she must have saw me looking at her rings, and she in the hood. She in the U-Haul at the hood in the hood. So
Right.
she started messing with her rings, and I said, "Those are so pretty." So that's what she said. "You know how I got those?" And I said, "No, ma'am, how you get those?" She said, "I'm gonna tell you a little trick." She said, "What I do?" She said, "I did. I've been doing it all my life." She said, "I applied for credit cards. And when I got the credit cards," she said, I got everything I thought I want. I'll get everything think I want." And she said, "That's how I got that condo." And she said, "I'll max them cards out and I'll pay it back." And she said, "When I pay it back, they send me more cards. And then I get everything I want. And I keep doing that. And then I filed bankruptcy."
Oh Lord.
And she said, but it's that's what I said. Maria, I'm like, bankruptcy. She said, "But I got
Mm-mm.
everything I want." She said, "I have everything I want." So for 7 years of not spending, it was okay with me because I had everything I wanted. She said, "But you know what?" She said, "When that bankruptcy is over with, they're going to send you more credit cards with even higher limits. And you do the same thing." And she said, "So I got everything I
Oh Lord.
I thought, oh my God, that lady
So,
cracked me up. I never forgot that though. I never forgot that. So she taught me
yes.
how to manage credit cards, which brings me now to, like what me and Latrice is doing. Now we
Well,
there's a
we're not filing
we
bankruptcy
offering like
so far.
we're
That's
offering
not
like
what we're doing.
we're offering like secure credit cards. Now we can plug people into where they can get secure credit card and pay
Right.
and do the similar thing what this woman was doing, pay off the
Lord.
credit card and get more, pay off the credit card, and they're gonna report it straight to
Yes.
the credit
Right.
bureau. So
Yes.
we're
Yes.
learning so much stuff. We're so many nuggets are being dropped right now. I'm gonna bring Bishop here. So many nuggets are being dropped right now for what we're doing. We're gonna have to talk to tell people that struggle, that's in the struggle, what they need to do, to get out this. But Bishop, I seen you waving, so I want to.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Um. Okay. So yeah, I have to get off now. I got the other calls on hold. I was trying to say a few things before I had to get off, and then I have to go pick up my daughter. So I really ain't gonna be able to really do too much talking now. Uh. So I got them on hold now. But what I will say, hey, I see you guys on the Zoom at 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock you guys time. 6 o'clock my time. I do have to get off. Um,
Oh, okay.
so I
That's
definitely
all,
catch you
Bishop.
guys.
Was there any nugget?
That's okay
That's why
because if
that's why
anybody
I
wants
was
to
I was trying
continue,
to wave my hand and they text me right now. I was trying to wave my hand
Oh,
because I was gonna say a couple of things for like about a minute or two and then let you guys continue. But but I know she wanted to finish the story. So and that's a very good story too that she just gave. But I come at 6 o'clock to have them come on to the Zoom after this. I
okay.
got a whole bunch of nuggets for 'em. All right, guys.
yeah,
See you soon.
All right. God bless you guys. I'll see you guys
see
in
you
a bit.
soon. Love you.
Okay. All right.
So he is the man with the plan, honey. He has
Yes.
all the nuggets, right? And he just sit all
All
day
of
giving out nuggets. That's what he do. But we have dealt with so many people, that is going through it. We have a story for some of everything, right? Budgeting
hmm
was an issue with me. Budgeting to this day, honey, I'm gonna buy wigs and eyelashes and clothes and all of that. I had to learn how to budget,
Yes.
right? And so I learned though, if I like, I open up a couple accounts.
hmm
One account is a savings account. I don't touch that no matter what. And then the other account that I'm often spending out of, that's the one that I put my budget money in. So the
Right.
little play money, every time Pastor Chris want to bless me, I put that in
Right.
that account so I could just spend, 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 and he pretty much make sure I got a little something in there So when I want to. So I learned how to budget and I learned how to save. Some people say we're in a recession right now. I know that a decrease in the GDP, which is the gross domestic population, has something to do with that. Um, right now, we can easily um, be thrown into a recession, right?
Yes.
And
Mhm.
with us being at war right now, and with COVID and all of that, um, there is going to come a time when we're going to have some need some money.
Mhm.
Some people got it and they don't have to, they have that, they tapped into that well and money just come. But then there's some that we don't have that well. Thank God I do a spiritual well. I get mine that way. And
Right.
God opens up streams. Now he's opened up
Mhm.
streams in other areas for me
Yes.
to accumulate wealth. So if you don't have some of those streams open, you need to look at some of them streams in order that wealth can be, poured down. But we're going to need as many streams of wealth coming in as we can create, right? And pray and ask God to continue to bless it from where all wealth come from, right? Just keep us
Mhm.
supplied, and we have to be connected. So I just know that. If things keep up the way that it is, and with this war going on now, um, and the GDP keeps decreasing, if it keeps decreasing, that's when we end up in a recession. And then that's when things are going to be scarce. That means jobs may close, businesses will close, jobs will not
Right.
be available. You know, it can
Yes.
get really scary real quick. And we all just saw that with COVID, the way COVID hit. And
Mhm.
we're still seeing that in the stores now. There's very little food on the shelves. Honey, let me tell you, folk that get money gonna buy that stuff up real quick. They're already
Yeah.
buying and stocking their homes in places where they can store all kinds of food. They're doing
Yeah.
it now. So if you are just now starting to save, that's a good thing. That's
That
a good
is really a
if
good
you
thing.
have if
Yeah.
you're creative and you're starting small businesses and you're generating wealth, that's a good
Mhm.
that's a good
Yes.
thing. Create like I started making face masks. I started creating making jewelry when COVID hit. Right,
Mhm.
I'm wearing some of the jewelry now. I mean, it's not hard to make. I start generating wealth in that way. And now the Lord is still um, showing people how to generate money. I think it was a few
Yes.
years ago. I was here. This is the year of Jubilee, maybe what, 3 or 4 years ago. This is the time of Jubilee, and Jubilee is the time when the children of Israel just get everything that I believe is everything that you loan, people have to give it back.
Mhm.
People have to give back, and they just give. It's just a time of giving and giving and receiving and receiving. And so I remember the church saying, this is Jubilee, we're in a Jubilee. I'm like, well, I still ain't got my part. When is it coming? And then next thing you know, just streams of wealth started
Yeah.
coming. Like I said, the car, the house, out of the hood, all these things, the church, and we had a church. Everything just started happening so quickly. And now here, this thing has fallen in our lap. Like, now go bless my people.
Right.
Go
Yes.
bless them. Faith
Mhm.
without works is dead. We have to trust and believe that God will provide. But even when He like provided healing, to certain people, He had to do something, put something with something in order to see the manifestation of what the expectation was. Meaning,
Mhm.
remember when He put spittle in the mud and He made paste out of it and put it on the blind man's eyes and he could see. So the manifestations of him being able to see took place right there. So sometimes you
Right.
have to step out on faith and just listen to what God's children are saying and say, the Lord has need to bless you because he desires, he wants to bless us. It gives him
Mhm.
pleasure to bless us and to see us get what we want because he knows we're going to go and tell everybody. And so then he gets some
Mhm.
glory out of it. So we're so thankful that this is a time of blessings, and there are so many that are going to be released from our ministry. Um, through our business plan that we have recently entered into. And for
Yes.
everyone
Such a
that is
blessing.
looking to have, for everyone who is looking to have their own business, to be their own
Hmm.
boss, we don't have to get up in the morning. You don't have to get up early in the morning to go to work. You don't have to be gone all night trying to keep your eyes open just to get through that job in 8 hours. I'm so
Right.
glad that we can say, here is a franchise for you. Build
Yes.
and be wealthy for real, right?
Yes.
It's
No
just
clocking in and clocking out either
mhm,
on your own terms.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So important. And I just wanted to say too, I know like me, I have a couple, I know we all, me and Chantel have a couple different things going on. We are entrepreneurs. So I know as an insurance broker, that's what I do as well. I've heard a lot of people say, things are expensive now when you go to the grocery store. There's a lot of, all the
mhm,
food is, the prices are rising, on the shelf. So I get that a lot. So it's just so important too. If we ever go to a recession where we have to be at home, or some, COVID hits like it did a couple years ago where we have to be at home, it's so important that we have the necessary tools financially to support our family, especially if prices are rising. So,
absolutely,
hmm.
absolutely. I know budgeting, right?
Hmm.
Budget is something that we offer our customers,
Yes.
budgeting tools to help
Yes.
them to be able to budget. Like I said earlier, everybody don't know how. We
Hmm.
teach you how to establish saving goals. Some
Yes.
people deserve to go on vacations. It's been
Hmm.
a lot going on. Me and Pastor Chris, we haven't been able to go on a vacation.
Hmm.
And so now that I've learned to save and I know that I can open, another account just to save, Pastor Chris, he can't do it. Pastor Chris done try to open a savings account and he be going to saving account, spending every dime so quick. And I say, that's why you ain't gonna never save. But look how much I earned,
Right.
and so he tries and then he's not really good at it. Everybody is not good um at budgeting.
Yes.
But there's some, again, there it goes back to credit restoration and being able to fix all of that so that you can get other things and just focus on making a change, making a difference. You can be the change. Everybody is waiting for the government to make the change. Everybody is waiting for their significant other to make the change. You can
Hmm.
start a what 1099 right now. 1099. You can start a 1099 right now for
Yeah.
change. There's right now like people are starting like spending like 50,000 more, to buy into art or a little less, to franchises. But when I found out, what got me and Latrice in it, when we found out, like, are you kidding me? And I don't have to do nothing. All I have to do is just invest in myself, do no work,
Yes. Right.
no physical. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Are you kidding me?
Hmm.
I have to no work. Did you say no work? Just go bless five people by saying help yourself.
Exactly.
And I can as a business owner, I
Hmm.
can earn wealth like that.
Yes.
And God says yes, just like that. But you're gonna have to help some other folk.
Right.
Everybody gonna eat.
Hmm.
So I just wish that I knew now then when I was raising my babies what I know now. Income tax time is coming up. And
Yes.
I remember when tax time came up, I would be so anxious to go buy another car because that car I brought from that buy here, pay here lot was on its last leg.
Hmm.
It seemed like the buy here, pay here cars, they only last for a year. And
Yeah.
so it's the next your income tax
Right.
saying you ready to get you something better.
Every
I remember
year it was, yeah,
forward.
it was every year. It's like it used to be
Yeah,
like that for me. Every year you look forward to
yeah,
buying a new car because you knew the car you bought last year or 2 years ago, like you said, is on its last leg. But
yeah.
thank God it ain't like that no more.
Right, right.
But yeah,
Thank God. And it don't
that's
have to be like that for some of our viewers today because um today, if you get your credit right, right,
it.
you don't even have to do if you work towards getting your credit right, you can go to any car lot, right, and get whatever car you want
Hmm.
with no down payment. And that's another thing I like, Latrice, about what we do. Like, we help people that go to that like, say for instance, somebody went to Nissan and
Right.
they're working every day. They're working every day. They're not earning a whole bunch, but their
Hmm.
credit is tight. In my
Right.
case, my credit wasn't tight. It was all God. I told you it was under 500. It was
Yeah.
500, maybe 535. So sad. And Chris's
Yeah.
wasn't no better, but it was better, a little better, like sixes. So it was jacked up.
Hmm.
But if you get your credit where you want it to be, and you're working at least a year on a job, right? You can go into just about any dealership and get what you want. Get what you want. And you don't have to get something with a real high APR where, they charge you what is it, $24, am I saying
Yes.
24%, where a lot of them do. If you
Hmm.
work on getting that credit, like right now they told me the credit restoration, we're a member of that. So we're franchise owners, you guys. And we also have a membership where we pay $89 a month, right, for them to do all this stuff. And so they got me doing, like I mentioned earlier, they have me doing some
Right.
stuff so fast. So if I go in the dealership tomorrow and I want that, I can go back. I bet you I can go back now and get that truck, right?
Right.
So if
Exactly.
I could go get the truck now. So because
Yes.
by the time they get done, I'm gonna be in the 700s. Like right now, I'm like six something. So
Hmm.
I will be in, now that they're working it, I can easily quickly be in the 700s, or whatever. And then the job that I'm working now, I can easily go, honey. As a matter of fact, I might make that
Yes.
happen, right? Hey, go in
Right.
here, get Chris the Nissan. He don't care. He don't do
Yeah.
nothing but work and come on and go and get my truck, right? So, but yeah,
Right.
they're working so quickly that I will be able by, I don't know. I'm just gonna guess because I don't know just how quick they work because I just started, but
Right.
I know they're giving me all the tools and saying mail us in, and and do this, do that, do it. And if I keep up with them, honey, oh my, by the summertime I'll be rolling. Picture me rolling the
Yes.
truck, right? In that place.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that. I don't want a truck right now. I don't want no more car payments. Everybody don't, but just to know, I just want to see this happen and I want to see
Mhm.
how it unfolds for other people. So we're in a good place. It's about 9 o'clock and
Yes.
there's a Zoom link. Tell us about the Zoom link, Latrice, and what we're gonna do in a minute.
I know. Well, in the beginning, I was wanting to get to the meat and potatoes because I'm so excited about,
Yeah.
like I said, the student debt situation that I
We
had
could go ahead
mentioned.
yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
the
We could,
student
I
debt
wanted to
information
save
I
that. I
had
really
mentioned.
want to save that. I don't want to give that right now.
Yes.
I don't want to do that until I don't want to give no meat and potatoes.
So
Stick
I
around.
know, and I was
We
so
talked about
excited. I
that.
was
We
so
talked about that.
excited.
So I was
They
like,
just
let's not
don't
get
let.
no
I was
meat and
just like,
potatoes.
but we're gonna wait until the Zoom because I
Yeah.
definitely about to get that secret out about that student debt.
Don't do it yet. Let's go to this. Let's let them get it all. Let them eat a feast.
Chantel
My,
stopped me.
listen,
She stopped me, so it was good. It
yeah,
was
no
good. I'll save
appetizers.
it
Let
for
them get,
later.
just let them eat. Let them get straight to the
Okay.
feast. Because this is a
But
feast. We talked about that. Here you go.
yeah,
Well, we're
well,
going
I just want, like you
to.
said, we want everybody to eat. So I'm like, guess what, guys? We got this student debt.
Hold it though. But let's continue on though. If there's some other areas you want to address, let's talk about them. But let's try to save the fees for the ones that
Yes,
come to sit at the table
yes,
by
yes,
following us on the Zoom. Let's do that.
yes, yes,
God says, don't pour, what he said, don't cast your pearls among swine. So if you if people are viewing and they have decided, I am not interested in none of that they're saying, why should we waste
Right.
time doing that? Let's go to where the feasts have been prepared, where the
Yeah.
table is laid out for them to
Yeah.
see everything, everything that the Lord has prepared for them, instead of giving them little bit of it at a time. They're going to
Right.
want more. That makes
Right.
sense. And we talked about that.
Yes. Yes. I know. I just. It's
It
okay.
tastes so good.
We all. I know. I just can't. I can't. I can't keep it in. But
You
all
wrong.
right.
You have to be able to hold your. You wrong. You wrong.
I'm like, let's go. This is what we got.
You
Let's
are
do
wrong. Yeah. What else you got? You got anything else?
So I know that we are going to be speaking about that, which is so important because we all, like I said, have student debt. We will be speaking on how to improve your credit score. And then also, as Chantel stated, about credit restoration. We have a lot of great information about how to, if you are people who are renting right now, how to be able to allow that to show up on your credit report and increase your score that way. So we have a lot of great material that we would like to share with you guys. So hopefully you can meet us in the Zoom here in a few minutes, and we can get down to those meat and potatoes that I was so in a hurry to share with you.
You want to just give up all the nuggets. Dang. I hate
Hey,
it like that because I'm like, don't even present like that. I hate it because I want people to
I
see like,
know.
this
I
is
just
good
want. I
stuff.
know. I'm just
I
like,
know, like,
listen.
I'm the type of person, if you start talking all of that technical, I'm like, listen, I'm good on it. Here go another one. Here go another
Right.
bunch of mess. And this
Yeah.
is not that. And so that's why we talk all the time
Yes.
about this. Like, and we both
Yes.
agree, like, no,
Yes. I
we're
know.
going to present the way the way we receive it in the way
Yes.
that
Yes.
that's effective, because we don't want people to miss
Yes.
out on the opportunities. But
Yes.
people
And
are so
yeah.
sick of, and this is that and
And
that
we
and
don't want
that.
people to think
No,
that we're
it's
not
some kind of
like it is a scam. We don't want people to feel like we're
nothing
just
we're doing
yes.
is scamming.
Right. Yeah.
you know
Exactly.
and we still are not, we don't have a whole lot of information on all of the wonderful dishes that are being served. We don't know
Yeah.
all of the ingredients, and so but we
Right.
know where we can connect with people, connect our viewers with people who does. So let them serve, and that's what I guess that's what I'm saying. Let them serve it because they're going to serve it so beautifully, and they're going to get
Exactly.
every bit of what they need out of what God
Mhm.
has prepared for them. And we can still talk about how good the food is. Go ahead. If you want
Right.
to, you talk about how good it is. And people going to be a
Mhm.
minute like, oh my God, where can I go get some
Exactly.
of that? Let's take a
Right.
minute now. Let's go there now. We thank you guys for viewing right now. We have a link in that Latrice I don't see it. Is it still in
I
there?
did post it in the chat. You may have
I
to
don't
scroll
see it.
down a little bit.
I've scrolled
Now,
up
one,
and down.
one thing I don't know is I know we have YouTubers and Twitter users, Twitter viewers on here. So I'm not sure. You may want to try to get the link over to that domain.
I don't
But
see it on Facebook though. That was my concern.
in the
I don't see
chat,
it. I don't know. Well, maybe wait a minute. Yes, I do. I'm
CSA,
sorry.
CSA
I'm sorry.
Latrice
It's in
puts, and
there.
then you have to hit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So hit
right
more, you
here.
guys.
Yeah. And it's here on the left side here, but it was sent at 8:08. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
we're about to close out. We want to get to the feast. We don't want to, Bishop is serving tonight, so we don't want to miss this feast. Listen, take your time
Yes.
and eat. He likes to force feed. He feeds really fast. So
Yeah.
just relax, take some breaths in
Yeah.
between, and just know you're going to be full. You're going to get what you need in order that you are can become self-sufficient in providing for your family without the threat of what's going on in the world today. Things are getting to be even worse. And as children of God, we have to have a plan. God knows and He sees all. He
Mhm.
sees and knows all, and so he said more streams, more streams, more
Right.
streams, so that the enemy can't affect us. We can't be affected, right?
Mhm.
So let's get over there and see what Bishop has prepared for us tonight. God bless you all.
God bless you.
Monday, who are we going to have on the show Monday? I don't think we have anyone.
Right now, we do not have any guests. So, again, if you would like to be on our show, please, if you're watching a replay of this, please comment in the comment box. And we would love to have you on the show. Anybody that has experienced any type of mental illness, substance abuse, if you want to talk about beauty, health, wellness, uh, what is it, corrective
Correct.
thinking,
Yeah, wait a minute. Personal development and corrective
personal
thinking.
development, and corrective thinking. We have a lot of family and relationships. We
Yeah.
have a lot of great domains. So if you are wanting to share your story and help other people and help, be able to allow people to see that they're not the only ones going through things or facing different situations that you may have experienced, that will be awesome.
Yeah, and you please like us and
Yeah.
please share, follow us on Twitter. If you want the link and you're on YouTube right now or Twitter, please go to Chantel Duke Robinson's page. That is me, Chantell, Chantel Duke
Hmm.
Robinson. Send me a friend request, and I'll go ahead and accept it real quick. Jump into the live, hit the link, and we will meet you there. God bless each and every one of you. Come on, let's go eat.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.